Hello, everybody. So, I'm sorry, I know it's been a while. I was just not, how to say, I was neither in the position nor had I time nor anything about doing any videos. As some of you know, I have worked intensively on my new website, and so as I am not really a specialist on that, it was a bit tricky, and so I had to really. It took me immense times, but yeah, it's out there now, and so I'm pretty happy about that. So okay, but that's not really what I wanted to talk about. So it's as usual about the energies around and. It's a lot about the truth that is coming more and more out, and there is so much revealed already by so many brave journalists and all kind of different types of people from also from the spiritual communities and from scientists, and it's really there is a lot out there, and even so, many of those are called crazy or conspiracy theorists or whatever. Um, there is so much, and once you start seeing the truth from one little angle, from one little field you are good in, you know what is true and not, and then hear how it is communicated or whatever. So from there, you know, okay, this one is not true, that's a lie, and then you go from one thing to the next, and you start to research, you start to ask questions, and so you you go deeper and deeper into these things. And for me at least, it was exactly like that. I came from one thing, and uh, it just everything kind of step by step unfolded, and with it I came back to astrology. I also uh, started to have my spiritual awakening, maybe. Well, I wouldn't say so. Um, it's different because I just, yeah, maybe it's what it's called. But anyway, as you know, I don't like to be put into such drawers or boxes or whatever you call it. So anyway, I had my experiences and remembered or could then actually explain things from my past. So, as I said, one thing leads to the other, and there are a lot of scary things unfolding right now. Many truths, many astrological things. So, it all goes hand in hand, right? So, really, what is most important now is don't be afraid. It's normal when you hear certain things, you get scary and or scared, and you may become angry and I just kind of, yeah, I mean, at least I got very angry. I by now I tend to react like this with anger, but it usually doesn't hold long, and then I say, okay, that doesn't bring me any further. And so, yeah, and then I can ground myself, calm me down, and then say, okay, well, now. And that's why I'm here, because we all, we all have to ground ourselves. We all have to overcome our fears, and we have to step into our power. It means take back the responsibility for yourself. And with that, you then decide. You decide what you want and what you don't want, what is acceptable, what isn't. And with that, we start creating. We all do. We all create our own reality. It is kind of simple. At the same time, it's scary, it's difficult sometimes, and but it's absolutely there. It's just how it is. It's one of the natural laws. We do. Nobody else. We do. And so once we see and once we know, we have to react. And best is that we react in a way that is actually good for us, helps us, brings us further, and with that, it will bring humanity further. All of us are going further, and it will be better for the children and the children's children, and so on. I mean, or your children and your grandchildren and great grandchildren and whatever, however. So it's really it's so intense times now. We are all suffering one way or another of these lockdowns. But now, in many countries, or in some countries at least, it starts that these lockdowns will be eased a bit. So to start to reopen and back to some kind of new opening. And that's really what it is. It's a new opening. It's a rebuilding. I mean, or do you really want everything exactly the same way it used to be? Well, there was, of course, some fun stuff around, right? Yeah, I agree. But what about we keep the fun and the rest we just get rid of and see that we can build something that is actually livable for everybody and not just only for a few? Or do you want to go on to be a slave? Yeah, a slave of whatever you are put in. Yeah, of everything that you are told that you have to do. You have to work. I don't say don't go to work anymore, but maybe you do a job or you find something that you actually love to do sometime, somewhen. That would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah? And so you would not have to say, I work. You could say, I do this or that or whatever. Would be a totally different energy resonance in that, right? So that can be about the diets. Or aren't you bored about to hear, now if you want this or that, you have to eat that way and this and da. And I used to say, if you would listen to all of that, you actually you would die of hunger and thirst. Point. So find out for yourself. So in every part of our lives, we were told what to do, how to do, what to think, what to do, everything, and what to feel and what not, and so on and so on. And then you think you are free? Really? Well, maybe we can change that all. What do you think? It's all on us. We have that opportunity now. But first of all, decide. Decide what you want after you have overcome all the fear, because the fear will not bring any creativity or anything positive. It will only bring the entrapment from yourself, by yourself, to yourself. And others will use that against you. So, double loss. I prefer the win-win. You? Okay. So, that was my message for today, and I think I do a lot of writing in the description. I feel like I'm better in writing than talking, but I think, yeah, I will learn with time, I hope. Okay, so see you next time. Bye.